All right, it is Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Of course, you can text us anytime. We are going to have a gift certificate that we will be giving away at the end of this segment. And we're going to be diving into Cabin Brewing today. You can check out their website, www.cabinbrewing.ca. Cassandra joins us today from Cabin Brewing. And Cassandra, where in the world are you right now? What is going on?
I'm in San Diego right now. Leaving today, unfortunately.
San Diego's great. We went on vacation there in the spring as a family. Love that place.
Oh, man, it's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to go back. Wasn't long enough, unfortunately.
Did you go to the zoo?
We did. We checked that out yesterday. It was huge. Yeah, awesome.
Oh, man, things have been saved.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. So, Cassandra, we'll bring you into the loop here. When we got in this morning, because I was emailing you about the beers yesterday. And you said you dropped them off last Friday, and Eric said he remember when you came in.
It was very nice.
So I get in this morning, and I texted Hernan last night. I said, hey, there's some Cabin beer. Whatever you see, put in the fridge. So I come in this morning, and I could only find these two. And I'm sitting here going, uh-oh, over the last week, somebody's drank all the Cabin beer.
And you knew you came in to visit. We were having a bit of a soiree. Oh. So that you do the math there, and I thought...
But a guy that we refer to as the Godfather just dove into the fridge and found all the beers we need. So
no problem.
We are set up. So we have the Warm Embrace that is the actual beer of the week. It's on for $12.99 at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. We have the Retro Spectrum Pale Ale. We've got the Luminosity. And we have the Super Saturation Hazy Pale Ale. We usually allow our guests to tell us which order we want to try these in. So what do you suggest first?
I think we should go lightest to dark. Okay. So probably start with the Luminosity Pilsner.
All right. Tell us a little bit about this.
I know when I dropped off that case of beer last Friday and you guys were having that soiree, I was like, I don't think I brought enough beer.
I was so worried. I was like, this is going to be the first time ever that we drank the beer before the segment.
Felt terrible.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Cabin. How long you guys been around, and give us the details.
Yeah, we're a microbrewery out of Calgary, and we just turned 6 last weekend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a fun ride. We're located in the Barley Belt, or the Manchester area, so just 5 minutes out of downtown. It's an industrial park with several other breweries and distilleries and wineries, and it's a great way to kill an afternoon down there.
So you guys started up like right before the pandemic? Like, was it pretty close to that?
December 2018. So we had a couple good years.
Okay. Coming through that, though, I mean, if you can get through that, you pretty much get through anything, right?
Yeah. If anything, not only did we survive, but thrived through the pandemic. And, beers, yeah. People still drank during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. That is true. Luminosity, German Pilsner. Let's try this, boys. Cheers to the Godfather for finding the beers that we thought for sure had been drank.
Cheers. Yeah. Luminosity. It's a German Pilsner. We use 100% Pilsen malt, 5.2%. It finishes dry. There's a little bit of that crispness that comes from the hops. We use Czech saws and Hallertau Mittelfrau, and it's just a beautiful, well-balanced beer. It drinks so well on its own. It pairs great with food.
You describe it as 100% crushable as well, with an exclamation point on the menu, so I would agree.
How many different beers do you guys have?
Oh, that's a tough question. We've got 4 core beers that are year-round, and the 3 of them, aside from the Oatmeal Stout, is part of our core lineup. And then we try to push out at least 2 new beer a month. So
wow.
Last year, I think we did almost 40 beers this year. We'll have to count at the end of the year, but it's a lot.
Wow, that is crazy. All right, so are we going Retro Spectrum or Super Saturation next?
Let's go Retro Spectrum.
You want to try to pour? My pours were off.
Okay.
You try to pour.
I like a lot of head, though.
How bad was my pour?
Well, head's good for a beer. I like a good head. Where Retro Spectrum?
Well, I can do it then if you want.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what kind of pour you want. I didn't mind. I
thought it was a pretty bad pour. You did the same
Whatever.
thing.
We're just tasting.
That looks really nice.
Let's come get you some. The commish, Quinn Phillips, is in our nasty chat here. Okay. OMG, Cass, we curl on Saturdays. Hi.
Quinn Phillips? You curl with Quinn?
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
I sure Quinn.
do.
she was in here yesterday as our commissioner of our Christmas draft that we did. Excellent commissioner. How is she as a curler?
Oh my God, phenomenal curler.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she
I'll give
the
a shout out
skip?
to Shamrock.
Is she the skip?
No, I don't think so. No.
Sorry, Quinn. All right. Well, let's cheers to the commish. Quinn Phillips for just operating a pretty excellent draft yesterday. This is the Retro Spectrum Pale Ale from Cabin Brewing.
Yeah, this is the first beer we came out with as a company, and it's just a beer that's challenging enough to, challenge your taste buds and drink on its own, but it's still super refreshing, and you can drink a few of those, watch a hockey game. It's a beautiful beer. It's a daily driver.
How important do you think it is for breweries to hit on the first one? Like you said, this is the first beer. Like, if you come out with one that's a dud, that's got to make things kind of difficult, doesn't it?
I would say most breweries coming out of the gates usually need a little bit of leeway before they find their flagship beer kind of thing. I don't think many breweries just like hit it out of the gates. But yeah, we're really proud of this one. We've had it since day one, and it's been a flagship ever since.
All right.
Did you like my pour? We're going back to yours now. Go
back to my pour.
Yeah.
It's essentially the same
That's
pour.
fine.
All right, so super saturation, hazy pale. Give us a bit of a background on this one.
Sure. Yeah, this is the first seasonal that we did. We're like, everyone wants to drink Retro Spectrum. That's a good, clean American pale ale. This one's a bit hazier, so it's got this big pillowy body, more tropical, a lot more off the nose, and it really quickly became the best-selling beer that we've ever made. So it's definitely our flagship.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Described as soft and fluffy as well. I've never heard those two words being linked to a beer.
Yeah, it's got a big, juicy body to it for sure.
Kevin over in the chat says Retro Spectrum was my favorite beer ever. So that was a good one. And that one isn't even the one she said this is the best one ever. So you got a pour there, Trev? Go easy, Trev. Hey, Trev, it's a work day. Go easy, buddy. All right, so let's cheers to the Oilers scoring 7 last night. Hey, what about that? 7 goals.
7. Savon.
Oh, that's real good. Wow, you guys are really good at making beer. Like these first 3 have been phenomenal.
Yeah, we got a talented brew team, absolutely.
How many on a brew team? What do you operate with? Like, how's that work?
I think there's 6, 7 of us now. Not me. I'm not. I don't brew the beer. But there's 7. Yeah.
Quinn's also chiming back in with the. I always like asking about the art on the can. Is this something like in-house, or do you guys kind of go to somebody else in the community there to do that, or how do you come about the art?
Yeah, good question. We lean into that retro 70s theme with our branding, and we work with a small marketing company down in Calgary. Shout out Daughter Creative. It's actually one of the owners of Cabin's wife that owns that company. So it is, it's in-house, out-house sort of thing. But they absolutely knock it out of the park with our beers for sure.
I have to say, when I first saw this one today, the first thing I thought of was the old TV show Three's Company for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just like, this reminds me of Three's Company.
It's fun art, though.
With Jack Tripper. Yeah. All right. So this is the beer of the week, the Warm Embrace. This is $12.99 at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor this week.
Oatmeal Stout.
And how do you come about an Oatmeal Stout? How does that work?
So it's just about the malt bill. Instead of putting 100% barley or wheat, you'll put a little bit of oat into the grain bill as well. So it gives a bit of sweetness. It gives a bigger body. I did bring a little bit of the Oatmeal Stout with me, so I'll cheers with you guys.
Away.
Oh, there we go. I like that. Whereabouts are you right now? Where are you? Like, I know you're in San Diego, but where are you at actually?
Well, my partner's sleeping in we rented this little tiny house. I'll show you. It's super, super cute. This little tiny pink house.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm outside in the courtyard.
Okay, that makes sense.
Trying not to make too much noise.
Yeah. Did you go to the zoo while you were there?
Yeah, we checked out the zoo yesterday and spent like 4 hours there, which just wasn't enough. Like, it's massive. I couldn't believe it.
I went down with a 7 and a 9-year-old, and we didn't go to the zoo. And people are like, you're an idiot.
Nuts.
We did Legoland, and then we did SeaWorld, and SeaWorld's got a ton of good roller coasters. So we hit that for a couple of days. It was a lot of fun. It was good.
Yeah. I could have used the coaster for sure.
Yeah.
To San Diego.
Yeah, cheers to San Diego, and cheers to Cassandra and Cabin Brewing. Here we go. So this is going to be a weird thing because I don't really eat oatmeal. So I don't know if it tastes like oatmeal.
You're not a darker beer type.
Well, no, I like the beer, but I don't know. Like, do you eat oatmeal? Do you know? Like,
I used to dabble in oats. Not so much anymore, but I like my dark beers, and this goes down
He's
very
the
nice.
dark beer guy, but like this isn't one of those dark beers where I'm like, ugh.
No.
Actually,
yeah.
it's pretty smooth.
Light on its feet.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only 4.7%, so it is light. The oats just kind of give that a creamier body to it. So instead of using something like lactose to give that creaminess, it just comes from the malt bill. But really just a perfect beer for December and like as things cool down.
Definitely a Christmas beer right here.
Yeah.
That makes sense
totally.
to have it up for the beer of the week. Right now, $12.99 for a 4-pack. If people want to get down to Calgary and check out Cabin, what's the ad? Where can they find you?
So we're down in the Manchester area, just 5 minutes down southeast of downtown. So it's an industrial park. Again, there's a bunch of breweries there. It's a good way to kill an afternoon. We encourage you to come down. We're dog friendly, family friendly. We've got a big patio in the summertime. That matters. But yeah, we'd love to have you down for sure.
Excellent. Well, safe travels back from San Diego, and we appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.